Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic. Endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and their good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen.
All right, dear friends, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
It's a brand new morning.
Yeah.
Is it not a brand new morning?
Oh, yes, it is.
We thank God for such a beautiful time. Well, we are ready for you, and I know you are ready for us. And so on that accord, it is a beautiful, beautiful welcome to this morning. Let's go into the word of the Lord and strengthen ourselves. Ewe iradimu, inti iradiasu.
Anyame live no bako ni kane mo keje Yohane wulukenklele keje icho niji eteke ashikuku niji ekomie ga kanyo ake nyekwa asomo boson ni cheleke sumowo ake ache wonyomo bi ni nakan woji enehi wole jelen lewo ejake ele nyomo. Amen. And then the English reads as follows. 1 John chapter 3 verse 1. How great is the love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God, and that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know him. The word of God.
Thanks be to God. Let me see.
The gun?
Yes.
Okay.
And read from here.
So
No, but it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Let me go this way. Dear friends, I don't know whether somebody has told you he or she loves you before. Has somebody ever told you, I love you before? But this morning, it is not about the love of man or the love of a woman.
Okay.
It is about the love of God. 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. How great is the love of God the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know him. Odo ben kreni. Odo ben kreni. Nan mo bi kase so for do bi an kan kire me so odo me. Dom se nyabotre enya hwe. So nipa so no wa onyankopon say odo. Now this morning I want you to move out of your house, and for those who are staying at home, I want you to reassure yourself that even if everybody around you decides not to love you, God loves you. Christ nankasa nedon ebubum kama fauso. Now I want you to be happy. Now say ohene so odomia ahenkwa edie the Lord is on your side. This morning I want you to know the Lord is on your side. This morning I want you to know the Lord is on your side. This morning I want you to know the Lord is on your side. And so we join in the hymn. Please open the hymn for me.
Okay.
We join in the hymn.
431.
431. 431. 431. Love divine, or love excelling.
So what's happening to your phone?
Till we cast our crowns before. Oh, this is a beautiful one. Now I promise that we will sing this at your wedding. Especially at the point they ask that you exchange the rings. We'll sing Love Divine. Now for you to know that Christ must go ahead of you. Now this hymn was written by Charles Wesley, the brother of the founder of Methodism, John Wesley. Indeed, we know that he was a prolific writer. And in this week, we Methodists are commemorating that beautiful week called the Evangelical Week, the Adults Gate Week, the week of revival. This day exactly is the day we are remembering Charles Wesley. So beautiful, beautiful compliment to the venerable Charles Wesley. Indeed, this hymn was written around the year 1747 and reflects on Wesley's theological views, particularly the emphasis on Christian perfection and the transformative power of God. Now, the hymn centers on the idea that God's love is a source of true and lasting change in our lives. It expresses the desire of God's transformative presence and for the completion of his creation in us, making us pure and spotless. Now the hymn is a prayer inviting Jesus to dwell in the believer's heart to set them free from sin and to bring them a complete restoration. Love Divine quickly became a central hymn in the Methodist worship and gained widespread popularity within Christian tradition. And in the Methodist Church Ghana, Love Divine is by far one of the most popular hymns sung, especially during the solemnization of Holy Matrimony. Now, did you also know that this is the church's team's hymn? Afia yewomu uti ayede to yeso no discipleship ayede to yeso enu him anayato no. And so I will read the last for all of us to be reminded of this. Finish then thy new creation, pure and as spotless let us be. Let us see thy great salvation, perfectly restored indeed, change from glory to glory, till in heaven we take our place, till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love, and praise. Methodist for nyina enye so Christ in you. Christ in you. So when Methodist here Christ in you. I will say
the church.
I will say
The church.
Brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, the world, and the world. Well, welcome on board. A very, 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 very beautiful Wednesday. Well, yesterday was some heavy downpours. Accra flooded again, but in all that, God still reigns. We greet all our viewers. Now has a news for you.
All right, and so today's 𝗟𝗏𝗘 focus is on the Methodist University Ghana. And so today we are talking about Methodist education. And so if you are interested, please do also sit.
No, they must not.
They have to be interested.
You remember the if clause, you know, if
you are interested in this, and so please do also stay with us and join us on 𝗟𝗏𝗘 because it promises to tell you all you need to know about the 3 campuses and, of course, about the Methodist University Ghana. Remember that if you're a Methodist, this is the place for you, so that if your child decides to go through tertiary education and, of course, the nursing programs and some other programs, you'll be able to pick a form for that child of yours. But before 𝗟𝗏𝗘 will bring you the Wesleyan News update, the newspaper headlines, and of course some insurance minutes. We'll take a look at our health and then we'll come back again to the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 segment. Remember that all the stories we'll be reading this morning, you take note of it, you jot down your points, your contributions and your comments, and when it's time for you to also contribute and the phone lines are open, you do so by lowering the volume of your TV set, and then we can have our own conversations right here on Wesleyan Television. But to all our birthday celebrants, happy birthday to all of you. But send us your picture, your name, and a message so that after all is said and done, we would do well to wish you a happy birthday as well.
All right. How I wish I could cut a cake for all the Mayborns, but me honyede me turning level form me turning form, but your sponsors aboayen omaboayen inti ye beda o mase omaboayen Alankash, welcome back into the country, or your travel and tours or boa papa afi Barbarella and Williams clothing. It's been a wonderful journey this past years. You are part of making us the #1 most watched Christian morning show. Downwall Insurance, Sementia, right from the beginning you have been with us, taking care of all our insurance policies. So grateful. MIPL. If you have not gotten your t-shirt for the anniversary and all other partner areas, you want to quickly go grab a copy and move on. Beyond that, you know that this is where you can get all your liturgy books as well as ministerial apparel. Thank you so much, KFK. KFK. Yesterday you celebrated the birthday
3 days today.
Was
it was Monday. Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday. Oh, so the birthday was the days are really running. Well, I can't cameraman and recommend KFK.
Need any next month? Need next
month. Oh, next month. Yeah, then no count. Me are sure so Udrusi was so for dear. Udru, good morning. Tell us all your birthdays. We'll celebrate you. Brothers for life.
We are just don't need birthday.
Udru, we did birthday. KFK to make us so for your function me. All right, thank you so much. And now, I just go to KFK Ambassadorial Enclave na eko nekope Edianibi D. Me pacho unsu ben na onum enum yanumu de ni bio yi yanumu de onum a enye kra. Me pacho insu aye enum Wesleyan dew multi credit ombediu akagidem kobo besia ensi ho no kama. Me pacho ye wie sadia na ye de yeni akire kumase na yakwa akochia Almighty Freeman Methodist Guest House. Koji room nekoda nejojo ho. Raining Shopping Mall. Thank you so much. Raining Shopping Mall. Thank you so all the way. Bolgatanga. Hey, me say yes say amount for tire tonium. Now the last for this morning is the Methodist University. This afternoon the Methodist University is receiving her ladyship, Madam Sophia Ekufo, who will be delivering the 25th anniversary lecture. The all roads leads to the Ambassadorial Enclave, the Wesley Towers. Indeed, if you live in that area, if you are in Accra, Winneba, and the neighboring towns, please pick a car, come, let's celebrate the goodness of the Lord for 25 years. Well, thank you so much, all our sponsors. It's just a pause to link up with Miss Na in Studio 2. When men and women were sleeping during the rain, some didn't. They walked through the rain, they drove through the rain, and they got some news for us. Editor, Wejinaso Afite. Production, Eddie Hashem. I think we have the best for you this morning. It is the Wesleyan News Update.
Methodist University College Ghana, Yenya Presidential Charter, into Frey, Methodist University Ghana, and Tiene, Upe Baby Pa, Aboa Budini, and Yanguma Siamunim Diapadia, admission no air course, postgraduate, undergraduate, diploma, and a certificate programs be to say, nursing, educational assessment and evaluation, guidance and counseling, psychology, economics, HRM and management studies, marketing and supply chain management, communications, IT, accounting, social work, port and shipping management, and a PhD in education, dear. Order for furniture, Methodist University Ghana. Nanika Summer woman say, what's the candidate today? Or 30% discount. And a 30% discount. And the Methodist, sorry, menina. Shushayan campuses nibi, our dance suman, Sama, Wenchi, national song, say our day, any evening, Empo weekend sessions from Ponso, our home, mature entrance exams, so air coso. Ain't it true, CA, na admission air coso. Ain't Shabubiano for 0558 309059 and now acquire website www.mug.edu.gh. MUG, the rich brand, Meth UG. We have the zeal to educate.
KFK Foods is an award-winning world-class restaurant with over 10 years experience in both local and continental dishes. We render services for parties, cafeteria services for schools and hospitals, individuals, corporates and institutions, as well as groups who want to treat their partners to delicious meals and services. We have all local and international dishes including banku with tilapia, fufu with light soup, fried rice with grilled or fried chicken, assorted fried rice, fish with chips, noodles and spaghetti, pizzas, pastries, shawarma, beef and chicken sauces. All kinds of breakfast baskets in Accra. Locate us at the Ambassadorial Enclave on the first floor of the Wesley Towers at 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. In Tema, locate us at Community 25 Annex, where the event center is located at 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Monday to Sunday. For all orders, call us on 0244-637647 or WhatsApp us on 050-33-17153. KFK Foods, you deserve it. Do you need quality and professional ministerial attire? Be it cassock, clerical shirts, stoles, preaching gowns, preaching bands, wedding gowns, and sanctuary vestments, then your best destination is a Methodist Investments and Properties Limited, MIPL. Individuals and churches can also contact MIPL for their African wear, both male and female, curtains, church or institutional anniversary clothing, Friday wears, mufflers, diaries, liturgy books, souvenirs, badges, Lacoste and t-shirts, among others. MIPL produces natural fruit juice such as ginger, pineapple, mango, millet, banana, as well as specially prepared ginger powder to boost your daily vitality. MIPL Property Management is also available to both individuals and corporate institutions in managing your property and providing investment solutions. Locate MIPL office at the Grant House inside Adzika, Accra for your businesses at affordable prices, or call us on 0242-122-787. If you are looking for an office space which is spacious with a car park, 24-hour security, standby generator, then look no further. The Grant House building is up for rent and is located adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral, Accra. Call us on 0242-122-787. Many thanks for joining us on the Wesleyan News Update. We are coming to you live from our studios at the Grant House at Adzika, Accra. Coming up in this bulletin, Mahama calls for coherent, inclusive and forward-looking national development plan. Accra Mayor promises sustained crackdown on pavement trading as AMA begins massive decongestion exercise in Central Business District. Deputy Finance Minister fires back at Dr. Bawumia as he declares Mahama government is focused on results, not slogans. Auditor General under pressure to resign as what UTAC UG says is an ethical audit report. 𝗟𝗓𝗏 describes alleged meeting with Supreme Court justices as a monstrous lie. My name is Anita and Afarley. Quarcoo, the news in detail. President John Dramani Mahama has directed the newly inaugurated National Development Planning Commission along with Parliament to consolidate all development plans into one clear and inclusive national plan. Speaking at the inauguration of the 37-member commission chaired by 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 on Tuesday, May 19, the president said a majority of Ghanaians desire a long-term development agenda that will impact their lives and generations. Ghanaians increasingly demand a stable and predictable path for national development that transcends our electoral cycles and partisan politics. Ghana Beyond Aid Charter, Ghana at 100 Long-Term Development Framework, and Vision 2057 Perspective Framework. I urge the Commission to consolidate all of these various efforts into a coherent, inclusive, and forward-looking national development plan. This must be done in close collaboration and consultation with Parliament and the people's representatives to ensure that the final plan reflects a broad national consensus and it's subject to regular review and response to evolving domestic and global challenges, he urged. The Mayor of Accra, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, has reiterated the administration's resolve to restore order in the Central Business District, emphasizing that the ongoing decongestion exercise is not a 9-day wonder. Speaking to the press on Tuesday, May 20, after the rollout of the operation, the mayor stressed that the initiative will be sustained until all unauthorized structures and street obstructions are removed. According to him, the exercise is not a one-off event, but a sustained campaign to reclaim public spaces and improve pedestrian and vehicular movement in the city. The decongestion campaign, launched earlier in the day, has been undertaken by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly in collaboration with the 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 Municipal Assembly. It forms part of a broader effort to tackle decongestion, enforce city laws, and enhance sanitation across key areas of the capital. The first phase of the exercise is focused on areas around the AMA head office, including the Kimbo Road to Railways, ECG Junction to the Kentucky Terrier Statue, and Opera Square to Adabraka, all known hotspots for street vending and traffic congestion. City authorities maintain that the campaign is a strategic step towards restoring discipline in the capital and enhancing public safety. Member of Parliament for Bawku Central and Majority Leader Mahama Yariga has strongly condemned the killing of Mohammed Seidu Akugu, the Bongo District Director of the National Health Insurance Authority, describing it as both gruesome and disasterly. Mr. Akuguri was reportedly shot and killed, with his body subsequently set ablaze in Nangode, a community near Bogatanga in the Upper East region. In a statement issued on Tuesday, May 20, Mr. Yariga expressed his deep condolences to the family of the deceased, whom he described as a comrade. He called on law enforcement agencies to conduct a thorough investigation and ensure that the perpetrators are brought to justice. Mr. Yariga also commended the youth of Bawku for showing restraint in recent times and reaffirmed their commitment to peace. He emphasized that meaningful progress has been made towards restoring stability in the area and cautioned that no one should be allowed to derail the peace process. Deputy Minister of Finance 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏 has dismissed recent criticisms from the former Vice President Dr. 𝗛𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗏 regarding the performance of the Ghanaian cedi, accusing them of focusing on empty sloganeering with the cedi during this time in government. Dr. Bawumia, addressing the Young Executive Forum in London as part of his UK thank you tour, questioned the policy basis for the recent appreciation of the cedi, suggesting the gains were not backed by any substantive economic strategy. But in a sharp rebuttal, Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏 accused the former vice president of continuing his well-known pattern of rhetoric without results. He said, "But the difference is clear. While they shouted slogans, we are quietly delivering results." Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏 stressed that the current administration under the National Democratic Congress is focused on measurable outcomes rather than political point scoring. He highlighted specific interventions that have supported the city's recent stability, pointing to the government's strategic initiatives such as the establishment of the Gold Board, which he described as a turning point. The Deputy Minister also credited the revival of the derailed IMF program with boosting investor confidence and creating macroeconomic stability. In a final jab at Dr. Bawumia, Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏 urged him to reflect on the economic difficulties experienced under his watch. He concluded, "The difference is obvious. Lives are becoming bearable again, and that's what matters most." President John Dramani Mahama has attributed the recent rebound of the Ghanaian cedi to robust foreign exchange inflows and deliberate policy measures aimed at stabilizing the economy. According to the president, the improved performance of the local currency is largely supported by strengthened gross international reserves, which has surged from $8.9 billion in December 2024 to $10.6 billion in April 2025. He noted that the upward trend reflects growing investor confidence and enhanced external financial buffers. Speaking at the opening of the Ghana-EU Business Forum in Accra on Tuesday, May 20, President Mahama highlighted the government's determination to meet its economic growth targets for the year. The forum, held under the theme Deepening Ghana-EU Cooperation on Trade and Investment in Non-Traditional Value Chains under the EU Global Gateway Strategy, brought together key stakeholders from both Ghana and the European Union. Building on positive outlook, President Mahama assured both local and international investors of his administration's commitment to fostering a secure and enabling environment for investors. We are restoring confidence in our public procurement systems, enforcing contract sanctity, and protecting investors' rights under both domestic and international legal regimes, he added. The University of Ghana chapter of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, 𝗟𝗏𝗘, has called for the immediate resignation of the Auditor General John 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗍𝗓 following a controversial payroll audit report. The demand stems from a special payroll verification audit released by the Auditor General's office, which claimed that the University of Ghana had overstated employee compensation by 59.2 million Ghana cedis between 2022 and 2024. However, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 has strongly disputed the findings, describing the report as misleading and inaccurate. The association insists that the audit tarnishes the reputation of the university and its staff without offering them the opportunity to respond to or clarify the discrepancies. Addressing the press on Tuesday, May 20, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 General Secretary Jerry Hansen accused the Auditor General of ethical misconduct, stating that the conduct exhibited in the compiling of the report renders him unfit to continue in office. He further asserted that the University of Ghana was not allowed to review or comment on the audit findings before they were made public. He called the conduct a failure of professional standards, and the UG demands action. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 has strongly denied allegations linking him to a private meeting with members of the committee probing the potential removal of the Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. Describing the claims as a monstrous lie, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 took to Facebook to publicly refute the accusations. His response came in the wake of the petition filed by Alfred Abebi-Okumi, a former parliamentary aspirant and member of the New Patriotic Party, who called on President John Dramani Mahama to dissolve the 5-member committee. Kumi alleges that Justices Gabriel Palmang and Samuel Edubi-Asiedu were seen having dinner with 𝗟𝗏𝗘 at Santoku restaurant on May 15, following the committee's first sitting. Kumi claimed that the group, including Supreme Court Justice Yoni Kulendi, was overheard discussing matters relating to the ongoing petition against the Chief Justice, thus compromising the committee's impartiality. But in a firm rebuttal posted on his Facebook page, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 wrote, "It is a monstrous lie. No such meeting took place. It's very easy to fact-check that. We know those who get justice through negotiation." The alleged meeting has sparked controversy and raised concern over the integrity of the committee's work, but 𝗟𝗏𝗘's denial adds a new dimension to the unfolding case as pressure mounts on the presidency to address the claim. The 5-member committee, established on April 22, 2025, continues to face scrutiny amid calls for transparency and fairness in handling the sensitive inquiry. The Electricity Company of Ghana recorded power losses amounting to 32% of its total electricity purchases in 2024, the highest in over 2 decades, according to the latest Energy Statistics Bulletin released by the Energy Commission. Per the report, ECG purchased 17,009 gigawatts of electricity last year, but managed to sell only 11,561 gigawatts per hour. The remaining 5,448 gigawatts was lost through a combination of technical and commercial losses, such as power theft, billing anomalies, and metering issues. Research estimates that this volume of lost electricity could have powered approximately 1.36 million Ghanaian households for an entire year, assuming an average household consumes 300 to 400 kilowatts per hour per month. The bulletin notes that ECG, Ghana's largest power distributor, has consistently accounted for bulk of both electricity purchases and losses over the past 20 years. The Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO, also posted a concerning performance in 2024, with losses totaling 669 gigawatts per hour, representing a loss rate of about 31%, nearly mirroring ECG's. In a sharp contrast, the report cited the Enclave Power Company, which began operations in 2015, to have maintained a relatively low loss percentages, averaging 2.5% from 2015 to 2024. It recorded an average loss rate of only 2.5% between 2015 and 2024, underscoring the operational efficiency of private sector involvement in power distribution. Meanwhile, electricity purchases by all distribution utilities have grown to an average annual rate of 6.5%, rising from the 4,319 gigawatts per hour in 2000 to 19,485 gigawatts in 2024, nearly a four-fold increase. Electricity sales followed a similar trajectory, growing from 6.1% annually to 3,142 gigawatts per hour to 13,098 gigawatts per hour over the same period. In 2024, Ghana's total installed generation capacity reached 5,749 megawatts, with thermal alone contributing 70% of that. In terms of dependable capacity, the actual output plants can reliably deliver thermal again leads with 3,695 megawatts out of the total of 5,211. Hydro has remained mostly stagnant over the past decade, contributing just 1,411 megawatts to dependable capacity this year only, a modest increase of 1,040 megawatts in 2000. That'll be all for the Wesleyan News Update. For more news, log on to any of our social media platforms. My name is Anita and Afarley. Thank you for watching.
Yen church Jumedia Sronqua Methodist Yashisha at the Airbreb, a church so you best see a dear Afa, the Nim Efanyang Copon, yes, to Christo Hong Kong, and a sunny to your Gidiamo Anamo. A be pence and pence, a Gidiano Fapem. Yen church, you be pisa, you best see a neighbor. Kayawe, na yen see a the hour yen church, so yen church, Yama Gidiano at the hope pepe.
Welcome back. From the papers brings you all the headlines of the major newspapers across the country. We'll start off with our first paper, which is the Daily Graphic, and it says that nation risks more revenue losses, tech-led tax systems key, experts at national dialogue. Some paragraphs on the front page, the rest continues on page 3 of the paper. Now, break short-term development planning cycle. President charges National Development Planning Commission. Ghana card blocks prison graduates from national service. Inmates appeal to Parliament to intervene. That is also on page 13. Local government minister cautions public against Boko conflicts commentaries. That is also on page 38 of the Daily Graphic, Truth and Accuracy Every Day. Now the Daily Guide. Bawumia Mahama clash over city stabilization. That is on page 3. Page 3 again says that SkyTrain trial, Professor 𝗟𝗡𝗎𝗓 rushed to hospital again. UTAG UG demands Auditor General's resignation, and Lands Ministry partners Asantehene for high-level mining summit. These are some of the stories inside the Daily Guide newspaper. Grab a copy for yourself. The Ghanaian Times. Getting rid of street beggars, uphold children's rights, dignity, and that is from the CRI. Ghana committed to reformed business environment. President Mahama Page 12 has a detail. Venture Capital Trust funds invest 359.6 million Ghana cedis in 20 years. Page 11 has a detail of that story. That is it for the most authoritative newspaper, the Ghanaian Times. The Daily Analyst. Boko conflicts, NHIA manager murdered. That's a sad one. Utah UG demands Auditor General's resignation. Mahama projects single-digit inflation by mid-2026. Still on the Boko conflicts, Mahama Ayariga condemns gruesome killing of the NHIA director. Ghana Water Company Limited clears air on contract with 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. Demolish illegal structures to curb flooding. Parliament's Works and Housing Chairman is saying this, and so that is it for the Daily Analyst newspaper. The Daily Statesman. Wrongful rent allower payment. Chief Justice took on refunded 118k Ghana cedis. 49 other judges did same. Page 2 has a detail. Government's credit gold board with city's performance. Bawumia admits past shortcoming. @𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏 holds successful constituency clinic in Bantama. That is it for the Daily Statesman newspaper. Grab a copy for yourself. The Chronicle, the Spear of the Nation, says that Lands Minister to Lands Commission decentralized operations within 2 weeks. Empress Gifty sues Agrada over 200 billion Ghana cedis. That is on pages 2 and 3 of the Chronicle newspaper, the Spear of the Nation. The New Crusading Guide. Government 24-hour economy agenda under threat over power instability. That is from the Minority, pages 3 and 10. There's a detail. Oversight or overstep. Dr. Stephen Amoah flakes Adongo's dual role, flags conflict of interest in his BOG appointment. Teletel Group strengthens commitment to Ghana's socio-economic development with major corporate social responsibility initiative in digital skills training. Standing ovation for Bawumia in London for apologizing after NPP defeat. Gold Board has started fulfilling its objectives. That is from Finance Minister. Ghana Water Company has no contract with 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. MD admits, says 1.3 million Ghana cedi monthly payments were not former Signal Bureau boss. And so that is it for the New Crusading Guide. The Metro Lens. NHIA demands justice for slain Bongo manager, page 10. Bawumia's apology says pays off. NPP members gave him a standing ovation. Page 6 has a detail. Page 11 says that YEA please collaborate to engage 12,000 youth in community policing. Original, okay, so that is it for the Metro Lens newspaper, the Accra Times newspaper. And it says that the governing board of Gold Board inaugurated help Mahama to reset Ghana's economy, and that is from Ato Forsen. Nation mourns former Council of State member as Paul Afoko pays glowing tribute to late dad, describes him as a man of many titles. Energy sector wahala, minority task minister to tackle fuel supply to IPPs urgently. Wilisa South DCE pays working visit to key agencies. Good news for fuel tanker drivers. NPA boss promises conditions of service. Asanba Afoko, a remarkable granddad that is from the grandchildren. That's it for the Accra Times newspaper. We turn our attention to some business-related stories, and the Business and Financial Times this morning says that watch markets take policy action, beef up exports to consolidate cedi gains. Professor Gachi, that is on page 3. GIRSAL targets $500 million in sesame exports, strikes partnership with agribusiness and banks. Chodek I delivery services. That is it for the Business and Financial Times newspaper. Grab a copy for yourself. We'll end with the junior graphic. BEC tips, see pages 7, 10, and 13 of the junior graphic. Sanitation diplomat campaigns against open defecation in Zabzugu. That is also on page 4 observe safety protocols when playing with pets. Veterinary officer to children. There is also some creative minds at work. That is also right there inside the junior graphic newspaper serving the youth of Ghana. And so grab a copy of any of your favorite newspapers and get to read these stories from there. Thank you so much for joining us on the segment. Before we go, let's take a look at the word of the day. So the word you saw right there is pretermit, and it means that leaving something undone. And so if you come across this word, this is what it means. Thank you so much for joining us on the segment. I'll be back with 𝗟𝗡𝗏. Please stay with us.
This is the time, no more delay. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. This is the time. No more delay. Call a friend to call another, that it is time for the young people to connect right here on WTV. Welcome to 𝗟𝗏𝗏, where we connect youth to Christ. The future is here.
Again. What did you say? Welcome back. This is 𝗟𝗡𝗏. This week we've started a conversation on blood, and so this morning we are talking about polycythemia, and it's also a blood-related issue. Our guest is ready to tell us more.
Today we are going to talk about another disease of blood. Adzika aka ubia ni moja so ate. Na ene yebehwe ubia yebeka se ni moja no edoso. We call this polycythemia. That means the person has a high blood level, or like we said earlier, a high HB. Polycythemia is a condition in which there's production of a lot of red blood cells, and this patient will have a high HB when we test for the hemoglobin. Yeka polycythemia as a trend say nipa no moja no edoso. Because of this, the blood will be thicker than normal. When obi beba hospital obeka say, oh, miti etaye meya. Ana say kakra me okwa ana me nisu chimi. Ana makoma bo ntem. And I say me tip pains, ewo me kuko, chest pain, and obiso wo beka say nensa no o feel say I say bibi wo wono onya tinka say bibi wo won nensa no. They may have tingling sensation or numbness on shoulder and to say nensa no wo ho. It is a wo feel sa nyoma we bia ese wo ko hospital. Se oba hospital na say ye wo full blood counts, and na say ye twi moja kakra ne ye kohwema yibe hu say wo HB no was so wo red blood cells no edoso dodo, and no we say you have polycythemia, which is the cause of these symptoms that you have. Say obinya sa condition we are edro wo hɔ a yebetumi de amano nti say mano sa edro na ofa over some time ebetumi ama moja no abafem. In addition to this, we may need to take out some of their blood to treat the condition. We are different from ubia oyi moja normal blood donation. This is venesection because the blood level is high, the blood is thick. And when the blood is too thick, it causes problems. Obi owa utumina stroke, utumina kidney problem, utumina heart problem because of muja ayesano. What causes this condition of polycythemia? Ebi owa enye problem bia na cause but ni muja na cause rosa. Sometimes it's a genetic problem. But other times polycythemia is caused by another condition. Someone may have a heart problem, and because of that, the blood level goes high. Some people may have other diseases that is causing their blood level to go high. Inti no, you be the kind of treaty problem cause ema mojana kosro. Ye treaty enuria mojana ebe normal. There's treatment if you have any of these symptoms. So come to the hospital so that you can be checked and treatment will be offered to you. Thank you for joining us for today's health segment. See you again. Bye-bye.
That'll be all for Apo Muding. It has a son upon his wajimre 18 and guest no ewo edemai. Edania wamba yeba ed insurance minutes ebetwaso.
Ojo, let's say, oh, foul. Coco I am team. Anyway, feel Mr. Pains. Oh, this may not be you. Test be or any capsules. So the mawa, say Coco, I am team. Why feel menstrual pains in a timid set. No, Miss Nancy, why feel yare or choir sabia, and no Missy when you're malaria. Me call ya no mammy malamis. Me buy an and ben malamis, say wifey. And you don't know what to see, say, me cry when yamekwa. Oh, mammy tonic be. Bra. Mrs. said, me fear to move.
Hey, honey, into your baba and I can't want some son.
Oh, baby. Oh, my baby. And did you wear? Chenenso, open for, or bad time, or my abofra no for, and I abofra only in fear do me 8 me for every.
Obenya biato our pharmacy shop, herbal shops, and over-the-counter medicine at 0599 415191 0544 174461 and 0208 161800.
Welcome back. Insurance Minutes is brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company. Remember that across all 16 regions, you locate 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company. And if you want to really get interactive with them, their social media platforms are active and their phone lines are also active. And so you can call them at any point and speak to an agent. Or we are recommending the home protection policy for you. The rains have begun, and so whatever work that you're doing, please do well to get some money and then put it into insurance. You can buy that policy only from 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company, and that will cover for flood, fire, and theft. And so please do well to insure your home so that in case there is any flood, you'll be able to fall on that insurance policy. There is more information on their website, info@𝗟𝗏𝗏insurance.com, and so go onto their website and read more on this particular insurance policy and many others on their website as well. Thank you so much for joining us on Insurance Minute. It was brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company. My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. We'll be back with more. Please stay.
This is Quarcoo. He's a good guy, but cannot stay away from unnecessary attention and flex. Yes! He received this brand new car from a relative abroad to work with, but decides to wait for a while before registering it. So now, with this uninsured vehicle and a DV plate, he flexes in every corner of the city. Hey. Don't be like Quarcoo. Insure your unregistered vehicle with the chassis number with 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 motor policy and stay covered. You can also take other policies such as personal accident insurance, fire and flood, money insurance, contractors all risk, and others. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
Under the distinguished patronage of our founding churches, Methodist, Presbyterian, Anglican, Evangelical Presbyterian, the AME Zion, and other affiliate churches of Ghana, the Boys and Girls Brigade Councils of Ghana present the Brigade's Hour. Hallelujah! A stimulating and instructive hour-long, made-for-you TV magazine extravaganza featuring lively archival recap of the history of the Boys and Girls Brigades as international and domestic ecumenical, non-denominational, regimented Christian organizations. Join us on the extensive journey of discovery of the 4 core pillars of all our programs: the physicality of our camping, expedition, and drills, the spiritually uplifting praise, worship, and intensive Bible study for all our boys and girls in our company meetings, highly educational content of our artificial intelligence and robotic contact sessions for all our boys and girls, and our extensive basic and command courses for all our officers. As for the social fit and balance, we rely on recreation, sports, and our youth parliament. Take a cozy front seat and soak in our captivating segments: district, regional, and national reports, denominational reports, international briefs, and the frills and thrills Brigade Drills. Be interactive with us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and win excellent prizes on our monthly GB and BB quiz as you join us on phone. Is the Brigade Hour showing live on WTV and PCGTV on Wednesdays at these exclusive times. GB, seek, serve, follow Christ. BB, sure and steadfast. Brigade's Hour. Oh, you dozen, Toffee.
A quarter century of excellence, a legacy built on knowledge, character, and service. Under the auspices of the Chancellor, the Most Reverend Professor Johnson Kwabena Samuel-Ajadu, and Chairman of Council, Her Ladyship Justice Professor Henrietta J.A.N. Mensah-Bonsu, the Methodist University Ghana proudly invites you to its 25th anniversary public lecture, a moment to reflect and a future to embrace. Join us on Wednesday, May 21, 2025, as we host a distinguished national icon, Her Ladyship Justice Sophia Ekufu, former Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, as she delivers the keynote lecture. Venue is the Wesley Towers, number 3, Ambassadorial Enclave, Cruikshank Road, West Ridge, Accra. Time is 3 p.m. prompt. Come and be a part of a historic occasion where academia, leadership, and vision meet. Admission is free and all are welcome. Methodist University Ghana, celebrating 25 years of shaping minds and changing lives. Don't miss this landmark public lecture, and we look forward to welcoming you. This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the 𝗟𝗏𝗡 College of Education near the 𝗟𝗏𝗡 roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghotelghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
Asemi dika ina beka so for Adzika yana say asemi meka asem so kra no meka enya madwene o me de me ye chiame me di asemi ho chiame nti no de ba ne se me chinchim efidie ni mfuruma na matenetene se de ye se nkomodidie ni ko na nkomodidie ni de eye opania ya to yen safre no se ono so mekire na dwene nti ni ye ka se for a better part of the show, no, the views that are expressed by our panelists and our callers are not necessarily the views shared by the television network and by extension the Methodist Church Ghana. Well, we would do it just as Christ would have done it if he was here right on earth with us. My name again is 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗘 Vincent, and I'm welcoming you to the segment known as Daring. My guest, Osofo Justice Apiakubi, Eniwa. Good morning.
Morning. Wezo.
And then the man found some running anchor.
Baby, I'm not made a hobium.
My found some running anchor.
Made a hobium. Now I'm saying, I pay, make sure here for now, Master Bonnie, my babonica. Last week, I'm for him and him, but a Zoom. Because Kamenka, but Papa or Tim Chinese Suban Bonnie or Mamma last minute in Galam so of myself. Philo can be said a light of my make us a media me who been a baby, I made sana a chemi, median row. My light of Yaya Bipa just early morning, me some generator, me so and so. The delay me, I'm saying no, man, she are not me delay program no. Me tika muso amin timenye, tene maintenance fi na menye. Tina mani timi basa no.
Alright, me sure say for aso money kanimu. Ti money can so dey anybody for free.
And the money a chemi.
Alright, eti any Rafiki day.
Oh, me say.
It's Rafiki.
The normal for Rafiki this year, dear. As of Mom Pie Mammy, Mom Pie Mammy Pa, because me there any in our bechremo because I told you say me name me Filipino in Penyufwa Casa. And I be beauty contest, Philippines beauty contest. Okay. The beauty contest, the whole program at our net profit, half is going to Rafiki.
Oh, praise the Lord.
And my said also actual letters they call sponsors. And I make as I make can say even some of these ministers are anyway 2025 Methodist Rafiki Nyame the economic level. Until then we should do it and do it well. 27th is the harvest, by the way.
Okay.
So far, harvest.
27th
of this month,
May. Rafiki for harvest.
Yes, harvest day.
Right.
I think it's so 27th. Then it's Sunday day and then 27. So next Sunday day and then 28. But I think it's 27th.
All right. Me sure say in the weeks, you bebo announcement. Well, it's a Tuesday we are told. May asem now. You say May a Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh. Remember my right here.
Okay. Do you ever heard now so far date in a year? Well, thank you so much.
27th. It's Tuesday. Then it's Tuesday then. Friday 27 June 2025. June.
All right. So at the proper June there you want so at the proper time you be I won't come on. After for me sure so obi akra then na wo fra bomodern na no lower volume so we can have a very 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 beautiful conversation. In the meantime, it is the presidency again. John Mahama calls for coherent, inclusive, and forward-looking national development plan. Well, most people have urged this country to adopt a national inclined plan, and yet bipartisan. I think the NDC is leading such a thing. Now, the President, John Dramani Mahama, has directed the newly inaugurated National Development Planning Commission, NDPC, along with Parliament to consolidate all development plans into one clear, inclusive plan. Now, speaking at the inauguration of the 37 Commission chaired by 𝗟𝗡𝗏 Thompson on Tuesday, which just passed the 19th, the president said majority of Ghanaians desire a long-term plan. Now, he itemized a few of the developmental agendas that have been instituted in this country before. And he says that, look, we need to transcend beyond all these electoral cycles with different political parties bringing things like Ghana beyond aid, Ghana at 100, the Vision 2057. According to him, see etimiye na Ghana mpuntu no etimiye ni nyina baako ntinya aban we ni aban we asem se aban baako free so aban foforo so etimi san free so. Well, president so there's someone who said na no ne brofo there. Let's listen to the president.
And predictable path for national development that transcends our electoral cycles and partisan politics. Here I'm reminded of the words of 𝗟𝗏𝗘 in his visionary 7-year development plan, and he stated, the economic policies will lack direction and consistency unless they are firmly related to a clear vision of the structure of the economy towards which we are moving. It is only in the longer view, he said longer view, that it is rational to project any really radical transformation of our economic system. And he goes on to say, in the very short period, we remain prisoners of our past. Since the completion of the 40-year National Development Plan in 2017, under the leadership of Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Thompson, who now returns to chair the commission, other frameworks with similar long-term ambitions have emerged. Notable among these are the Ghana Beyond Aid Charter, the Ghana at 100 Long-Term Development Framework, and the Vision 2057 Perspective Framework. I urge the Commission to consolidate all these various efforts into a coherent, inclusive, and forward-looking national development plan. This must be done in close collaboration and consultation with Parliament and the people's representatives to ensure that the final plan reflects a broad national consensus and is subject to regular review in response to evolving domestic and global challenges.
All right, indeed, dear Omampeni Air Pachran say Ghana here mpuntu na sa mpuntu na Ghana ebe hiano enkonko ye mpuntu bi aban bi ba mfie nan na waja hokọ na ban foforo so aban mfie nan dabi na emum aban aba aban kọ aban eye krobeto na ekoba ne saa obi firi ho obi so emra metwa so enti owura Thompson nomo ni Thompson nomo committee a yesete ye no eno ana eba be dijuma. So I think that this is good news for Ghana. Ya bre any yes san. In fact,
the fact that they put Nimoy Thompson actually is already a good sign. Because the man is an experienced man, and we've known him for all the things he's been doing. The second one is the fact that my father, the Archbishop Duncan Williams, has been crying loud on this many times, and I know some different men of God the same with CSOs, right? CSOs has been also crying about this. Yenim say Timamufu ankasa yehu is it the daya nkosi say ya me nua asanzo ba che behwe ya okoko complain court hwe ankosi voter region almost see them Sagleme this thing oko kumasi kuma kasa the whole
before Sege before Sege
and this is for be MP for buy tobe sa hwe ankoso NDC for nso koye bi no MPP for nso koye bi wo Kumasi around Kumaka NDC for buy and so to turn sa there's a certain I think it was President Muhammad's time somewhere in Elimina feed the anyway central region also for beautiful school ne plant ni no mama just say Kenremu. And Jesus said, "You must say, my pa dia. No more for usual politics and metata. I think it's a good sign."
Well, also, I think this is why many people think President Mahama stands a good position to really reset Ghana, devoid of all political cliches and shenanigans all around. And no say, or to me. Both in the executive and in parliament to make sure semra and this has to do with policy. Yetimeshi shemra na eyemra ewomra kunini ni obi ni obetimi aba abesesa.
And besides this, he is also the last term and by the second coming is to rectify and to correct a whole lot of things and to put some things in place. And it doesn't matter the people's political affiliation. Mahama is one of our main hopes for this. For this end time. For this end time, we are really hoping that it will work, and I congratulate him for that. Say at least for now, no. And I use the word for now. Why are listening government? Because most of the time, no, initially now we are listening government. So do but this time the bumper say. It will go all the way to the end.
But also for that, there's also that other argument. So we say, who as an individual, with me a plan be a day when you am retaining after air connect a plan ya me ye a plan na aye basa. So especially looking at the fact that say we are in a technological world, and this was the view of the NPP when they came into when they took power from President Mohammed's first term. So that long term, I mean, we heard Osafuma for severally, speak on this. This long-term plan and saying we are in a technological world. And to crying about what do you think?
Oh, it's the greatest of respect. Yes, here top new TV cameras for the studio. Some kind of maker. So the main this thing is to buy TV cameras for the studio. Some say Samsung, some say Sony, some say Kodak, whatever. The main reason, the main purpose is the camera. Into the long-term plan is something like that. How we are going to achieve the long-term plan? Technology can come in or doesn't come in, but the long-term plan is the long-term plan. And so, as of Mafu, with the greater of respect, I disagreed with him then, and I disagree with him now.
All right. Etina yebisa Ghana for ye no mo na yete omanimu ye ne omamfo wugidi se ye enhihyeya ye nye nhihyeya eye afebo nhihyeya betena ho ache ana se ye nye nhihyeya isa technology ndie ne eniema ye ne no ochine ya ne ye ne yi ense free so long term planners against the short term plan because of the institutionalization of digitalization and technology.
Okay. With the Osafuma for technology thing, yes. What more technology? A chain UAE. UAE have 100-year plan. One more technology more than Japan. Japan have 120-year plan. How no more technology than Denmark? Denmark have 113-year-old plan. How no more technology? Even US themselves. US have 80-something plan. Okay. Yes. So what are we talking about?
So then, in your opinion, it is much ado about nothing. And I said to give the dog a bad name and hang it because opposition ni a government that was in place. So it will see in this country. So be about on the name Ghana at 100 agenda.
Ghana beyond aid.
Ghana beyond aid and all that. Well, some mayors are up to the task. People think it is a 9-day wonder. When election is coming, those mayors will close their eyes. Well, to the mayor of Accra, Ni Bako Alote, or said Dabi, it is not so. Now, he has reiterated that his administration has actually decided to restore order in the central business district of Accra, emphasizing that the ongoing decongestion exercise is never a 9-day wonder. Well, today, this morning, we drove through the principal streets just to appreciate what had happened from Tuesday. But the mayor has something to tell us. Ni, okay, Mini.
I don't give promises. Whatever I say, I will do. So, what I'm saying is that this exercise is not an ideal wonder. We are on the streets, so we make sure that the roads are clear. And everybody knows that me, joining with my brother here, we have done a great job. God bless you. We are not done. The next 1 hour, we are going back to the streets. From here, we are going to pass where we are coming from, all the way to Circle. And if there is more strength, we go to Kaleshi.
All right, so as much as this whole exercise is centered in the central business district, there is going to be an extension. And they are looking at moving towards the Adabraka road into Circle. And if there is more strength, they are going to also navigate through the Kanishi. And I'm sure, in Kanishi, the assembly BC. I was there yesterday to buy a few items for my boy going to school now. Pedestrian.
I tell you.
But also for people are saying, yesterday I asked this question, say, they don't have any place to go and sell.
First and foremost, there's no serious country that have some of these things. When you KJT, it will be Accra. No, there's no serious country. Intermediate is neither here nor there. Let's put them in a proper place where they're supposed to be. So, Hong Kong, just like Ghana, spare parts at all. Nyabuso can have certain food at the same also similar to Kumasi and the other cities that I don't know. So domo can no credit, but let's place them. Jennifer ne call Uniba side ho baby. No more complaining.
No more porting.
Also, I am telling you for a fact, people drive their cars, go there and buy, including myself. Nasia Kota. still no cheaper. Why? Because we got to do now the go. Then you will use it. So, your crew more, especially these days, foreigners near the Bible now, Besha now be. I'm quite big Trump, Sebia, and our palm farm. To me, a friend, I'm not to move papa, a boss say, Pine, or show why a Yanya Mengosra, if you baby free. So, some of these things, yeah, because. If we want to be like the developed countries, we need to do what the developed countries do in order to become them. As simple as that.
All right, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Oba Fefe Linda Oklu, has also welded into this conversation. I mean, obviously, the entire Greater Accra is bigger than just the Accra metropolitan area. Now, she is saying that anybody who is found hawking on the pedestrian walkways will pay a 2,000 fine. That is serious. Now, this announcement follows a conjunction exercise jointly undertaken by the AMA and the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Municipal Assembly. Well, so the Oga at the top is the head of the Regional Coordinating Council, who happens to be the regional minister, and is saying that Obia yebehu se de yaken wanya no ye chewa 2,000 ubetua. Now the mayor has reiterated earlier that items that are seized nyoma yebeje no enya afi kra na ye kase abaye ni akoton ni ebi kra ewie bi covid abi we de ejepe de ko prison for ho enadu afie and ye de sa nyoma nyina yakọ. Well, we hope that it will be done soon. We also pray that they look for a place for our mothers and fathers already. Eno na muhu no omo bobna we chire pa say edie ni ebedu edie ni eni ema bedu. Now these calls are very legitimate. City authorities, let's also not look down on some of these things.
Yes, so that is very true. Say Oji say kind free akoransem now the pen is shining some.
Yeah. Also for media, you see, I am very passionate about this because some of us are a product of the process of some of these hawking activities. So, yebeko St. Peter's, yebeko University, ababetna ha, atna WTV, so edwa yenu nyina. Ye ma me no ho na no moton ade. Inti some of us are product of the process. Isi kan bi na ye de hwe. Ekwane ho. Ekwano, so do that now, mommy, a professor.
Teacher need a
professor.
1 + 2.
Teacher need a professor. Maybe my move or see them is from 2 and then so free. And you know, no so okay, a cantamanto, a street, and so in those days. And no such Sikanan Edemico St. Peter's. I am very passionate about this. I'm very particular about it because I have been a beneficiary of the process now. Yeton ewo kwa honi binenti. Mummy and Casamo. What was that? Because so for Monshe a manage now it's very legitimate. Some of them are single mothers. My mother was a single mother at the time. You know, I would get yan and son or Quarcoo worry after my father. Omu bebre na kunu no show mu. Don wan koton akwala ni nya bi enidi enkwala bi ebe buada nti as much as ye de tabo ato omo so and na say so omu fi ho. We also pray that they will give them a place to be able to go and have.
Hey Ghana, so we shouldn't have said that one actually.
And sana you record so this is not the first time. This is not the first time. Ye kai Kumasi me your crowd or back or no on crowd or be show mukra every ho. But some omuba bemua omyene gidi sani ababe echo into the middle liner affair kwa battle normal relaxing. Also for in your opinion, what do you think is accounting?
First and foremost, to see her, to be honest, you do. Me one mama relaxing based on your testimony.
Nobody is the real thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Actually, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But the correcting also must be done. The correct. So, abaye then ananta chene.
Kosi ananta
chene.
All right. Okay. Well, let's move on. Let's move on. Majority leader is in the news again. This time he is calling for a probe into that gruesome tragedy that happened. Now, the Member of Parliament for Boko Central and Majority Leader, Mahama Yariga, has strongly condemned the killing of Mohammed Seidu Akugri, the Bongo District Director of the National Health Insurance, describing it as both gruesome and dastardly. Oh, that is just too bad. All right. Now, Mr. Kugri has reportedly been shot and killed with the body subsequently set ablaze in Nongodi community near the Bolgatanga in the Upper East region. Well, I came from Bolgatanga not too long ago. Also, it means that I rode your monamusi about 3 weeks. Me makwa nam so edeko Bolga for Wabolgatanga.
No, the SM Kohopa.
Yeah, well, so of course I could
no, northern region. I've never been there before, and I'm always.
It's a beautiful place.
I heard
we are now. I bet sure now.
And yes, what remedy is that?
It's a very beautiful place, but in someone Koswe na Bokun Sensemuya Timi Ama Director National Health Insurance for the district. No, Wokunewie. And that one is very, very, very. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was a police rather.
No. This were assailants, individuals.
Oh, okay. And what was the justification?
No, it's the same Bokun Sensemia. One ethnic group against one ethnic group. Kanya onye masini, onye me papaba, onye me mameba, you must die. And the majority leader has said, so look, the arbitration stands very, very, very on the case. Say yebehwe na yetimi aye hwehwemu na otumfu etima ye dio nemu sa owuo ya akoso de ese hwehwemu ba.
I'm really praying and hoping this will not hamper the progress of what Otumfo is doing. Well, there will be a certain level of setback.
I don't think it is, but to be able to treat a human being that way. Now to say bone benya na waye unti a wo ye onipasa.
I'm hoping sometime sometime moya bonini bisa a sheni bema na is because they want to make it look like an accident. Not necessarily say ni pano or tiny too much be but or so kata ne bonnie so. To know why bonnie more to cover the sin.
Okay, it just they are covering the traces because if I okay mokun mudi tu ekunu na fe masa apeja evidence be evidence.
So something like that. I don't think that it was that level of hatred, but it was more of the fact to say what di bonine person cover bonin or di ejatum, but whatever it is, they really need to do something.
But I think say I admire the posture of the Member of Parliament for Central Yariga. Now hither to Kabeti blame. And I blame. No, be blame. Once you begin to blame, you are blaming one faction. You're obviously blaming one political party because we know that Boku's incident has a political inclination. But on no, so please, let's calm down. Let's calm down. Said the TAB and the more na the opremuso ashas you too for ashas no nyamenom na yentimi envamra na we are praying. The people of Boku, we are praying. Remember, say the Methodist Church is in Boku. Boku Methodist also. I'll check the name right now and mention your name. We are praying with you. Say Onyankopon koso anka.
Alright, so being also in some of these places now, easy. I remembered very well when I was in Mindanao. Mindanao is the southern part of the Philippines. I went there as a missionary, and some of these things happened. And at that time, now me battedly, on no 4 years. Also for me, every day, my friend required 4 times to take care of his mother. Because I didn't know if I was surviving.
What would happen? There was some war.
Hey, serious one. Serious one.
All right. So the minister in charge of Boko, he oversees a lot of societies anyway, but he is not a super do, but he's been given the permission to oversee this jurisdiction, and the Boku circuit is in the Wabolgatanga Diocese of the Methodist Church. Also, I know you are watching Nidini Reverend Benjamin Apopi Gida Gida Aruk. Reverend Benjamin Apopi Gida Aruk is the Methodist minister in Boko. So we are praying with you. I know you are doing a very good job. What you said, say sometimes when you are in your room, you could see bullets running all over, and sometimes you fear for yourself, your wife, your children, your congregants.
I've experienced that also. Now, Oda, you did a soldier for Abegumi Cassette, and they make a governor no, ne mame edem. Na soldier for Abegu, and I'm saying, Adam Kofi, I see a bomb by me. See the two numbers, this is grabbing coming to me now. And you understand what he's really going through. I understand what he's really going through. And easy, cry. Especially if he has children, wife and children.
All right, so let's move on. Say, Nyana dear, yes, sorry. Whilst ministers are preaching, politicians are also talking. Sometimes we wish that one day there will be a setting asynchronous, a synergy between the two major political parties, where one will say, "They will more candy, but it's not been like that. His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is on a tour. And finally went on to Belgium, and in his deliberation has made some remarks, and that remark was the fact that the appreciation of the strength of the cedi against the dollar, it's not because the NDC has any superior policy, but it is because they had put some very important measures down before they left power. And thus, the Deputy Minister of Finance, Mr. Thomas Nyakwampen, has dismissed this recent criticism by the former president regarding the performance of the city, accusing them of focusing on empty sloganeering with the city during their time in government. This is what Ora Nyakwampen is also saying as well. Also, I think, he could be right, he could be wrong. Let's be very analytical about this issue. And therefore, emotional about. Let's be very analytical about it. Let's take it from what Ora Bawumia is saying. Now, I would be surprised to say they didn't do anything and they didn't put anything in place that will affect the dollar in just 4 months. In a way, he could be right in saying, is that not true? Yeah, it is true in some sense. Okay. First and foremost, I formally greet Honorable. Honorable has done very, very well as you German. Okay. Behind the scenes, yes, your friend, yes, yeah, he's one of mine. I'm expecting him to visit. Okay. Now, I know, he is one of those that really have the nation's financial normal at heart. The same also with Atuforsen. So for that combination, to me, it's already good combination. And with the heart of President Mahama and what we want to do, it's really great. Dear former Vice President Ekana, I absolutely agree with him in some sense. Okay. That within a short period of time, whatever you've done. On the other side of the coin, some of us, we thought to say, gold gold to airport, 12 containers of gold, and they did no. It's not her, and can be CSC. And this gold board here bay. For a short period of time, alright, so that will be the second part of the conversation. I think you've been too quick to bring in the gold. Couldn't the policies of the MPP, okay, they also started reserving some gold. You did cry gold for oil. Yeah, you did because airport. Couldn't that one also result in what we have? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is. And he said, what about the second argument? Is the gold board not too young to yield this benefit? Exactly what I was saying. The policy in the MPP in the buy it was excellent policy. Ghana have never lacked policy makers. Ghana has never lacked brainy
policy makers. Let me even add that one. Some adjective. Brainy policy maker. We never lacked that. We have always lacked good implementers of the policy. And the policy, I believe strongly said the MP before the buy, and NDC for assume. And he said, Mr. Baumia can't the Okana, me GD. And so MPP had brought good policy. I thought for now, NDC have brought good implementation of the policy.
Okay, so it could also be this way. So people are asking if indeed Dr. Baumia's led economic management team, the policies some they buy through their boss, the president, they buy. Nka etimi eboa ya den ye who say CD no echo for. I mean, just a little around September into October, we saw a little decline. But you did run November, December, and you say another set. So how come say they claim to have that reserve, but we still didn't see the decline? I think President Mahama has given an idea. Possibly, let's query that. Now, the president is saying that the reason why the CD is seeing some I won't say marginal, some substantial escalation and a rebound is because it is being supported by a certain 10.6 billion reserves. 10.6 billion reserves. Who started this reserve? They couldn't have done the reserve in just 4 months. But Yentie or Oman Penny now will come back. Oman Penny, we are listening to you, sir.
It is worth mentioning overall that Ghana's total exports in 2024 reached a high of 294.9 billion Ghana cedis, which approximately stands at $20.4 billion US. And Ghana recorded a trade surplus overall of 44.7 billion Ghana cedis. Three commodities accounted for over 82% of our total exports. And these are gold at 163 billion Ghana cedis, mineral fuels and oil at 54.2 billion Ghana cedis, and cocoa and other related products at 28.6 billion Ghana cedis. In the first quarter of 2025, we've already recorded a 13% increase in non-traditional exports, such as processed foods, textiles, and shea butter, reflecting the positive impact of governments-backed industrial policies and renewed market access to the EU. Ghanaian cedi, which depreciated by 19.2% in 2024, has shown signs of recovery, appreciating by 3.9% against the US dollar by the end of April 2025. This has been supported by stronger forex inflows, improved trade balances, and growing investor confidence. Our gross international reserves have improved further from $8.98 billion in December 2024 to $10.6 billion by April 2025. This is equivalent to almost 5 months of import cover. This reflects enhanced export earnings, particularly from gold and non-traditional exports, as well as timely disbursements from our multi.
All right, so what do we do here? Like I keep saying all the time, now we have by and large agreed with Dr. Baumia in saying, look, you couldn't just have come in 4 months and put up policies that could let you be at where you are. Obviously, some things might have started, but President Mahama has offered us some further and better particulars to be able to make the debate even richer. Now, he has said that the gross international reserves, as at when they came, was 8.98 billion. 8.98 billion. This was as at December 2024. As at December 2024, as at the time they were being sworn in as the next government. Now, by April May 2025, the president said that they have escalated it to 10.6 billion. 10.6 billion. Enti inipa mienu na aye adwuma. Obi the echo 8.6 and also so what they call 10.6.
So what's the 2.6 billion reserves now? So I know normal you move 2.6 billion as a reserve.
Yes.
Okay. And you said it cannot happen in it is difficult to happen in 4 months.
Well, that is what the naysayers are saying.
I'm coming. I'm trying to make analysis here.
Go ahead.
The reason why they are saying what they are saying, it is because here shared the way your Ghana economy you're running haphazardly. Intimate massa, but that is also showing say how Africa is rich if we are serious. On the make because 2.6 billion in 4 months. In 1 year, our reserve will be 7.8 billion. And said the American, and again, therefore, this is my view. This is not a view of this television. This is not a view of WTV. This is my view. If anything, if a sika, a war contain a gold bars, a war contain a maku do me nu. I chain or airport. If it's anything of that one can be used, that means Sadiano and K free Ghana how. And say ye sika ye one. Say nya dia effect ntuna say ene Johnny and K nya de benyen. Ye kobo bisia from IMF 3.something billion. What do you call Auditor General a year what do you call this one? Audit. Sika Afaya and Sasi through bribe and corruption was about 50-something million, which was way more than the Sika free IMF. And in the media also for Africa, Ghana, Africa, you scar by our natural resources. It's just because we are not managing it well. Okay. And to know within 4 months, managing home. Most 4 months, what we are 1 year, you expect all things being equal. You expect a certain level of reserve. All right.
And the MP before can say we should juxtapose what has happened, the escalation, appreciation of the cedi to the test of time. And the test of time is that Yema June in Trim, because some commentators have said, some analysts within the MP party have said that usually in the month of April, May, and June, now there are some marginal appreciation of the cedi. So let's give it a test of time. Now what can Africa say? I'm not a say, and now so for the amount for say abefo aboni obi nsem no Africa obefo aboni nsem Ghana obefo aboni ezeti udi sika eto yentema na
no abefo aboni yakumem
enya damo ne bia
abefo aboni yakumem ye nwene o man ho ya dwene ye bu ye ne abusuafo nko.
All right, you spoke about the Auditor General. Why a lot of audit, but audit we dey bem say ehun abasempa is say on academicians and this has to do with UTAG, the Legon University of Ghana chapter. Now, the University of Ghana chapter of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, has called for the immediate resignation of the Auditor General 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘𝗍𝗔 following a controversial payroll audit. Now, the demand stems from a special payroll verification audit released by the Auditor General's office, which claimed that the University of Ghana had overstated payee compensation by 59.2 million between the year 2022 and 2024. However, UTAG has strongly disputed the findings, describing the report as misleading and inaccurate. The association insists that the audit tarnishes the reputation of the university. After 4 years, can say University of Ghana, UTAG. Woman and say Auditor General or Juma dear, but the Juma way or they say ye deepa acquire say so for be preaching over when you not the opening nice or point. The software someone who can the Mia now I can do good many more. University of Ghana teacher for say auditor will go when you must Auditor General go when you must say more yes say University of Ghana a year or pay rule womo ede buy no sika ni bia broso ama say sika no akọ amanfo botom akọ teacherfo ebotom eno na auditor ana teacherfo say auditor mpacho ade no wan hwe ni yie enye saa na tie eye misleading na no kra no omampani nyi wadi isan say wa momodo
how arrogant of the how arrogant enye you tag for UG enye omo epanyi baako ana ompanyi ane Professor Jampo
this is so nyom panyi bi
of course because enkwan ba nanim
nyom panyi bi
how we are making even the academia political so obekaya sadi omuken say ye no kre say nye no kre I won't go to the merit of it but the mechanism say ye no kre mpa nka omo obi nka nyomo because for some of us sitting here no we have already seen them as UTAC has becoming political. UPSA with the MPP people, UG people will be the NDC people. And to see also in the most so
evidence, yeah, the evidence.
Mama can't some trouble. So Obekaya
the evidence na ye.
Obekaya galam say issue by UTAC UG for G traumania say den yenye say yenye so Obekaya and UPSA for say no. I honey a big crowd because I don't know more sa mo to you tag mo. Okay. Ayi buy look at what Galam say akoso. You tag UG omunka we. Yedi we buy yam pam obi. Professor Jampo sisi ano enkwaya ba ne nsem. Ya mani po
ene de ye bosremuka o evidence ni so.
No, but I already told you.
Primary face ni
so. Say enye no cre say Professor Jampo ya mani position. Number 1. Enye no cre. Number 2, enye no cre say you tag UG for any UPS for nya ntokwa. Fact. Enye no cre say omo gigirem den Galam say. Enye no cre.
Okay, o de ye ko audit na say audit. Now, the University of Ghana Legon has dismissed as inaccurate, and viewers will say the background to the story say no pay na university ye tua bro so a teacher for den kra na ti ma a certain background to the story na ye nyina ye hu. Now the findings of the Auditor General report, which indicated that the institution overstated staff compensation between 2022 to 2024. Now, a special payroll verification audit report published by the auditor claims the University of Ghana was the biggest culprit in inflating salary claims among government institutions. The government alone, according to the report, accounted for 59.2 million or 68% of the 86.89 million saved through the payroll. Now, but in a statement issued on Friday, the university said the report figure of 59.24 million that was supposedly disallowed is a gross exaggeration, resulting from a misinterpretation of the university's payroll structure. The University of Ghana operates a dual payroll structure comprising the Government of Ghana GOG payroll and the internally generated fund, the IGF payroll. These are clearly separate UG records and also well delineated in the submission to the Auditor General. The UG a teacher for can say University of Ghana a teacher for payroll no AMU no ye wo de aban edema Government of Ghana edema ne de enam auditor wo won chen enam won chen na ye obako bi so ye friend no internally generated funds ene de IGF ye a school nankasa ana vice chancellor ene board council ama kwan say mo department mo amutimi ye mo courses mo jejeje mo grants ne eno de e ka wa sai sika ne de e sika ye dia na ye be chedi ye nya na ye be chedi sanse ye ne abre ne a oyam eduham no ompepa ne nsa kwa ana aboa ne ye frɛ ne jakwa ye nya no kwa. All right, it is a sad dia adena Auditor General wo de sanyoma we nyina bom sa payroll mienu wo de bom a na ablotu de wo pa chere nti wan to bo ase emisa anka bisa ye kra nsa na de aba betu dwai.
Also me dey say maybe I'm the wrong person to be discussing this because You tag for
very wrong.
Yeah, you tag for them in the job. And then you tag Eugene Kwan, Eugene Kwan. You tag general in the job. When the academics brains, because academics niska adia ba ko pa e de hwa brain. So if you let these politicians buy our brains, then we are actually useless. And you know,
okay.
And in terms of but you tag for them in the job more than that.
All right. Me baby phone line. So two other stories are not many were following Justice Tadio. Sorry, his lordship has said me well. Sorry, lawyer, cancel. Tadio, sorry, cancel. Tadio, sorry, Asemana and Rebabe told the world. He has denied so no Bianconco ye meeting bia. He has put up a Facebook post or patches so no Bianconco ye meeting bia ain't dear womo ye no ono what or say it is a monstrous lie, not just and try a yeko de woo and troka mutobi. And try yes as a someone tropa eno ana waka esan say or say the abranti yi kan enye ampa cry. Yesterday we brought you that story, so just for you to appreciate it. Now this petition was filed by Alfred Abebiokumi, and that is just that.
No, just my student.
Abebio.
I was my student.
Oh, okay, okay. Into actually Nadia. All right. So I hear say he contested for
Adenta.
Yeah, but he couldn't. All right. Lastly, the Energy Commission says that ECG power sales losses have reached over 2 decades high. The ECG ekadebem say kwa na ekoso ECG ka kwa na ekoso. Well, we hope say it doesn't result in any doom shot.
Doom shot the result.
Doom shot. Nti ekana eda ho no. Ekana abanya ba betui eka over 20 years eka ana ada ho na accumulate ana ba beto enti ekwan ben na ebetimi aye na yetimi
akle sa share party bia be show mu ni nyina na me de also doom son ya ba o ya ba me ya me be kan ho ase me so so an ha fila baba wa mechi because I say me ni doom so how say onim baby am meeting no. They say I've been experienced even just today there was
another one in this story Omdekan was also the losses they have also incurred within this space. And Omoka say 50 days 20 years as UK close to 32% of losses.
Yeah.
Losses power not just a fans a better name
a fans as most of the government institutions, you know, and omuntu like that. Mimi no me to like better yentwem. And as Omasa be me now if you are talking about postpaid meters, it's all in the government institutions. No, right. It's not in individual houses.
So what are they not saying? Say empeniphobia ewo me phone lines no so adophobia also until let's go 0256253461 0533506225 me pacho mamu mayenye unnecessarily partisan anope. All right, Sammy yechiawo asamanka se for mu ho ye de
nyamia no apa ya ho ye pa na mo so e
nyamia dom
me gidi se na de network ne mu ye
ai na de ugina mu pa nso na to obi mo
oh nso na to mom eto nso de eto pa na
okay
eja asaman de ye train ma ye ntin sum to kora enyi fa yen ye de se mo nkran fo
all right you too
yo papa se me Thomas so na koya na pedie na ye nchi a ya Akimoda Bishop ene mi ankasa mi super very reverend Adzika Ampiao ene Akimoda dancer kwafo na ne de mi chia mo papa ye hwe nia eye Dr. Baumia ekoka fa eye CD appreciation ho ene nia yen papa president enso ekan na de bia ka se politics ho se aman no se yakase de aman yosem no edi anima aman nkoso is it not this same your papa president here na because say the economy was criminally managed, and the economy that was criminally managed no is now saying said they left a reserve of over $8.something billion. Economy that was criminally managed. So in this case you know say embasa what the aman yosem edi kanya na yanka say yes long-term planning. And always long-term planning and so on. Among your semi no. In the economy, na criminal, you know, You are now confessing and say it left a reserve of $8.something billion.
Yeah, but in the midst of that, the argument of the president was the fact say if you are being able to still put that reserve, why are you not able to service your loans? Why could the car on so went yeah, that was the argument.
Papa, from 92. ABC Sabriwi, Yanka said, let it be truthful to ourselves. Which government now ever say the loan in our servicing now? Loans are long term. Loans are long term. And the president being Rebecca say, me loan my service. You can't finish servicing all the loans. And there's can't go the cabin. And can't go the cabin. Oh, and so let it be power and say power fine. You can say, so would you not simply swear when you car, or baby most on your car. But it is idea in my pay so. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but that's. I think say your point is made. Yeah, but that's. Philo, good morning.
Don't patrol question.
Yeah, this show.
Patrol na moye.
Na miadum.
Papa na no confirm kwani wai.
Yo, yeah, Joso.
Patrol. Papa for pay ku bi patrol moye.
Ah, ne hoye.
Papa for you too. No cry and take the why.
Yo, Mate.
Later, no cry and yet. So don't over the say it. Papa, and I'm not saying you. A man, a year 2 a jetty phone, a year 2 what's a mechanic jetty phone. So for a 2 year 2 money you. But say you 2. Now you am baby, I'm 1 quarter. Now you down man. About quarters, 2 Jenny for 1 year drama coy. Yes, I can't send us off for a peer could be can a cocoto. But I know I see a day I know 2 years. Edio Papa de pa, it's a slow Papa energy for me see the cat 20 years. It's Candiana, Yata, and what's the kind of money? Papa, my dear, one kind of correct. Now, Obianiwa, Obaka said that Yafa, what the cat 20 years of Akosama, Kaniasa.
Okay.
Papa, long term plan now, more cano. Ghana, ye jaw mining my memma, long term plan, no one to mean yet that. Omunjai my man.
You, yeah, that's it. You be jam, man. You be jam. Fireman, good morning. Yeah, this you and now fire and coin.
Oh, me go me also.
Okay, all right.
The ground I mean me yo me bona baso. Oba ye. Obo eduma kama.
Okay.
But ade a me sire me yo ni say. Me sire no. Eduma na wa cha say no, o make sure so be ko ewiye. Na wa fa ko ewiye dia me fireman. Me do jani be di the chip papa mo. Because other African say omu ba foforo te a omu pese wo ye bibi e praise microphone kana for se o mi ba e ye me yo no ma ye duma de bia me ka se honorable adil branch ono dia ba e o be bu duma ye pa be du bebi no na nkofo ni na kwanso e to ade enti me sere me gawe o make sure say o de be ku ewiye pa na ade pa ko so me de tu na ni mi say o make sure say o be street market on pede bia Saturday no any business say Saturday. Ana market day, you say can't say no. Wednesday there is your market day. If you do Wednesday, you want market planning. No more market. After Wednesday, obi akọ baby or shenija. No obi amakwa so. Yenye bibisa, but in that yen tepi Saturday no. And at the same time yen CC market for. In the opening follow every panic so and no moon kese omunto amade nti Mr. Mayor best chiro adisade we na me ditu wenim na wo yi ade we maya ye bebo abasu de bia impato muni nyame ye djuma
yo so oni nyame enye ejuma baby a wo sesia. All right, my next caller Kofi, good morning.
Good morning.
Bajo yetio
yo mchia munyina.
All right.
You did say ma edru say ya drink Ghana pa the congestion ya wo me no akra ya de papa aso mba tu aso akwa wie yanka ebabo wan No man also say long-term planning, national development planning. And also saying in a beka boom, adwin send ye be ye ma man na tumpo a kababo wae. Them say Ghana no politics na didi and it too much. Bibia a politics. Obi adwin ye fu. Obi adwin interest. Aya na midi ye bebre. Eno ana me mrantie bi di nkomo. Na se no mo kasa no. Mrantie pa ba 20. Wo mo bo Burkina Faso military leader na abaso. Let's say nsema no mo kaka no kra na ya ho. Na wotina na ohun so a also a branty di adwuma pobe Ghana ha mpanyin no four adim de four politics ayaya atwe omane fa akiri ene ne enije ho ne amranty ye no wo ba bia di development ne mpuntu bre wo mo man Ghana ha intellectuals asofo ahemfu mpanufo ne ebedi ye funti yandwe omane ho ne me ye nyina atwe omane fa akiri. We are busy removing the Chief Justice. Now, me sure one year lawyers are, one petition that you can What do you need? What do you want to go? A Maya Timunio, last year or man sa a bad day, no man I could name him. Next time, a man for France or bar, no one young crop when him defer or mupin man who could no. Now one moves the same thing. The 10 be a baby a yegina 9 yegina. The Messiah Yankopon sa on no me. No forma no twin akoma so makoma. Ni enyo man no nche politics ayeye no man mu. Ya minshira mu bebre.
All right, Onyankopon so inshira o bebre. Yenko tabora na yenko di nkomo. Good morning.
Obade classing too.
Yeah, adisho Matthew Mpomwe.
Me am ya dumo ofani.
Yeah, that right.
Obane na na pe na me fa ya che. Me fa akwanya na minchia me sofo.
Yeah.
Very Reverend Dominic Kiansa. Nibwe man super. And Madame Robialamti, Prince of Peace Society, so for man. And I mean, Northern Academy Bishop. So for Bishop Mbiabedi. Last week in our society, Obe Fry, Obe Kenya, indeed, Danase. Obeni Mamenko AME. Panino, Aina was starting.
Yeah.
Opening say, I didn't know what starting. I said, so almost starting in terms of ya. If it's me, Momo, to me, you, bomb to me, ya better abano. Now, Omako started on my any to about any to about my say, job no mabegu. It's the way now ya to a very for an air when no my starting. So move to me, Ginaso, the Accordia. Open air, ya pass all the car, now no be do a crown on your baby parking. Baby, Obedinano. No, be able to be quiet in the store, no, there's no stopping a busy work. Meanwhile, one of the Yanidia. Oko, you know, this is about where Belgian West me, Mr. Nim, go for Barbata, you move. Meanwhile, what's more, you know, Nippon, no idea about Bayo. No, no, do a terminal, and it is a more planner, traffic in a walk room near, I don't know, Abba, Macan, to me, Diaconia Bar, opening Cababa, then terminal was starting, and when I hear a year, and it's almost 2 ordinary now, so no more from running your Juma. And I'm using that to turn up any friends and not move forward.
All right.
Got any more.
All right.
Yo, that's
it. Sister Gifty, una o proper chire. I'm a bogo so for mo ya no pay. Sister Gifty.
Papa, me pa cho ma deso.
Yo bogo so for mo ya no pay.
Nyankopon adom ye ho ye pa.
Yeah, the radio asemba cho ye tie o.
Papa, me dia masem nyina me say. Sadi congestion exercise ni ade na wo mo ye no. Eya wo mo fa nananu mo mo ni animu. Sa nananu mo di animu a wo mo di ekuro no ye wo mo di o. Ye nto aba ma wo mo. Wonum sa ba anti ma gi run about ho. Enko for start so wo mo se dwa wo ho. Wo mo se dwa ma ye ayi kan ya wo bi anti mi anfa akopa mo wo mo. Ena ma ba 20. Baba anti ma hini ti si fam na akopa mo wo mo no. Eye simple because ono de ye nto aba ma no. And what I can say, me walk me a man to Abama. Okay. It's your mufan and anonymity anymore. And I say so, woman dying to see baby. Yes, ye about the bubuna and no name, you ain't in Kono. Maybe the Mayana the blame of my woman about Tawasa, as I see Ryan. As I see Ryan and wine. I don't put the idea of your rabbi, when I not got any woman whom you give. obi akwa akọtọ asase o ọtọ firi na nanom ho penchema asase ya se na ho kwa nipa ne ntimi mfa ne pe ekwo nkosi dan ye cha asase na ma no wasi dan na wie obi a hwe na me na si dan na wie o ya dan sie ya ye ne se die wi asie ye din ukoko bubu sa dan ni to gu a nipa no won kwatena here ana ba be sa je plot wo foro akwa akosi dan ni bi di amedipa na to mu ne na nanom nya nhyehyeye o mu na asase yo mu dia ene wo wasi udanda da na esi ho no baby agoro na nanka yensi da ho no wo be mu ni aton ho ametikani bi mo afele mo akasi abasoro ensuo to a ono anhalo na wo na wuni bie na wo apata kurosi ho no na ba be se no enti so mu ye bibi a wo mu ne nananom enka bo mu na da bi a politicians no adoso politician ni asase nananom na wa asase pata oni nya menya adwuma no fe
yo so ni nyame entna bogoso anopai enkosi awia emfa nkonnwumreka so for conclusion
meka etwato basically still eja 27th of June Rafiki anniversary as a harvest mama share especially the serial callers and filoye mon sendi bibimra na mo famre na eja ye manki to e omso nya bibini so basically that is what I was saying. And finally Dumso is becoming a problem, as I keep on saying. Say Kameni Abenya, and there's nothing I'll concentrate more than Dumso. Because Dumso attack I don't know, some cancer which all that. Na me name me married to Kwai Wabroche, na light bar off. They accuse John Mahama. I couldn't understand. Abroche accusing John Mahama. So they should do their best. And Jinapo is such a brilliant man. And he had problems for too long. On my solutions to the problem.
Right. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Justice Apia Kubi. And yenino edin komo oko nukuro na ojana ne ma mi ni ma yo asantia na ye efreno asam radio oye Dr. Papa. All right, thank you so much. Edero na ye dia kwakogu. Now, in a while I am welcoming into the studio the Methodist University. The Methodist University. Entienne eja oba ene sosonkronkro nyina. Dansoman campus is here. Tema campus is here. 𝗦𝗍𝗍 campus is here. It's all about the 25th anniversary celebration of the Methodist University and the upcoming anniversary lecture. And Ampaya Ebega. All roads lead to the ambassadorial enclave in the Wesley Towers. Me basisia and sorry, so for Adzika, me basisia.
This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghotelghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.